Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Hopping over the top. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14. On first down, Newton escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. Funchess with a catch over the middle. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Again, Newton. He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Throwing again is Newton. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now Newton on third and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will get him one closer. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. Johnson's got it complete. And down to the 27-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you get...
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, 27 yards, and the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air, but I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice, because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part, because now you've given hope to the offense, maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now the Browns coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. K'Wan Short in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They pitch it to Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Mayfield looks to throw, and he's going to lose yardage here. as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to make it a 3-score game late. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
From the 50, Newton. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now it's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Newton now on second down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield now on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action. Mayfield looking deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Hey.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And a gain there of 11 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One last throw here for Newton. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run up a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot.